Salutations, internet. I'm doing a stream because I didn't do one earlier today. I don't really know why, but it's probably going to be kept short. I can't imagine going much later than 9:30. So, let me just test the chat. I don't want to lose track of my schedule that I've been on for Newgrounds games. And the test is good, and I see I have a current viewer. So, feel free to say hi, I don't mind. So, and we're starting out with the game Mega Time Waster. I feel like this is a very fitting title. So, game rules. Clicking a card will reveal the pattern. Next card selected at both cards. Okay, it's a matching game. Alright. And then duelers. It's a mixture of strip poker and Russian roulette. How does that work? You and the other cowboys are duelers. Pull your gun. When you press the button, it says pull, and aim and shoot as fast as you can. For each you get hit, okay. That's a memory one. So two of them are memory, one of them is reaction. So games. Memory, duelers. Okay, but not really. So this kind of confuses me. You and the other cowboy duelers pull your gun. You have to press the button when it says pull. Aim and shoot it as fast as you can. Okay. That's confusing. Oh. That makes sense. Wait, but those are the same.
Dude, why is it starting like Star Wars?
Why is what starting on Star Wars?
Big Bang Theory.
Beats me.
Episode 194, opening night citation.
I think the card game's bugged a bit.
Oh, no, dude, that was a preset. Okay.
I wasn't actually paying attention because I was just seeing if the game actually works. And it seems to. Oh, 57.5. That's a problem. Okay, cups. Easy. I don't know. This matching game is pretty easy. Hasn't been too hard. Music's pretty, oh, I got one wrong. It only subtracts 1 for failing. I think there are an 8. Yeah, there's an 8 right there. Ooh. 20 matches. I don't know what caused the guy shot me. Oh. Darn. Okay, so it's not that bad. Still only on the first game, I don't know how long I'm talking, but I'm gonna pull out my auto clicker so I'm not here all day. Oh. Now this is epic. And I won. Okay. I thought that was pretty good. 3.5. Huh. All the 3 big reviewers have rated a 3.5. Ericho, X-Wing Cult, me. We found a common ground. I thought this was a cute arcade thing you made. The loops also made it a bit more fun to waste time in. There were 3 minigames with simple rules that were explained very clearly off the bat. Although some of them were a tad pervy, nothing much worse than other games at the time. I thought it was a cute arcade thing you made. Loops were also really fun. There's time against the rules explained very clearly off the bat. Although some of them were sad pervy, nothing worse than other games at the time. There was a minor bug with the card matching, where the first card you matched would still flip back over, and an odd number of cards were shown, though you could still beat it. So not much harm done. Hold on, I'm gonna test something. No, none of these are really usable. Yeah, you can't abuse it from cool. Alien catapulture. Cattle mutilator.
Get away from my cow, you alien bastard.
Oh.
Get away from my cow, you alien bastard. Get away from my cow, you alien bastard.
Oh, that's very good. I mean, although pretty much just another Kill X game, it had some pretty decent. It had a pretty decent look to it. Pretty much just another Kill X game. It had a pretty nice, decent look to it. However, there was a lack of content, as all you could do was abduct and abduct a farmer, or kill a cow in the same way. Everything I ever wanted. Makes life better. Okay. Next one is Dress Up Lunch from Dragon Ball Z. Who is Lunch? Dragon Ball. Goku is a child and is learning techniques. Okay. I wonder if you can. Do I even need to check? I don't think I do. That's true. Yeah. I don't know. It's just another dress-up game. Undress game more than a dress-up. But art was okay. Still has the basic drag and drop elements of the of other Flash dress-ups. Okay. Now, the one we've all been waiting for. Wanted dead or dead? Fuck my hamster. Elephants. That ratio ain't oh, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. Gorgeous. Anyways, bomb. Ooh. Lightning. No. Acid. No. So it's kill X game. The main point that I find good is that it makes a squeaking noise. That's not squeaking, squeaking. Yeah, squeaking noise when you bring another hamster in. However, I do not advise against advise for violence against hamsters, as I used to have one and they were precious. I'm gonna change pronouns. Now we finally get to Walrus the game.
Let's go hunting.
Yes.
Hey, fat boy, what you looking at, bitch? You're gonna hunt my ass. Well, come on. What you waiting for, pussy?
God's creatures.
Spears to you, buddy. This is my boomstick.
Nice reference.
I got a present for you. Give me some sugar, baby. How about some pepper? Nuclear. It's pronounced nuclear.
Huh.
Let's go hunting.
Honestly, a decent kill X game. For what it's worth, I find walruses to be very amusing creatures. And while the overall premise is a little bland. Thank you, and Dorothy. Though the overall premise is a little bland, the pepper one was rather cute. In a weird way. Fat Stickman dress up. Okay. Drag and drop dress up game with not too great art in it. Stickmen at this time were overdone, as well as the dress up game style. Very bland overall. Dress up Kirby. Cute, but rather limited to what you can do. There were only around 10 things to swamp and match. Stop. I like Kirby. I do need to get around to playing some of the titles. I only know him from Smash. I do need to get around playing some of the titles. Yeah, I haven't really played many of the titles. Dancing Bush. Nostalgia. Amusing. But the face is very low quality. The dance moves are very cute and entertaining. I also found music choice appropriate. Or a variety of moves to mix and match. especially the lights and dance floor. Xiao Xiao, number 4. Xiao Xiao was a nice one. It's really reaction time based. I was shot 4 times. Play. So what is this? Go. How do I reload? I didn't know it was going to be a shooter. Jeez. No. Help. Not what I wanted. 4.5. Oh, shooter is okay. Help though. Let's just play. Okay, easy mode. Go. How do I reload? R? How? Man, this got a lot of views. I'm just so confused. How do you reload? I don't want to get spoiled for everything. Space. Okay. I just had that, like, right away. You have to be empty.
They crush them. They always pack the best things they can.
Cheerios.
Alright.
Sure.
Oh boy.
We go on. So this art style is very interesting. Phew. Maybe it's too easy. I really do love the art style. Did I get hit or no? It doesn't look like I lost any health. Okay, now I lost health. sudden difficulty spike right here. Yikes. I don't want to cheese the game. I'll play on normal. But I don't want to, you know, just be like, oh, let's continue it, right? But I'm pressed for time. I'll acknowledge that. I'm just only going to play on normal. I just gotta pay attention because you can reload when you have one bullet left. There is different animations for death, but once they're pointed at you, it's the same one.
Because he wasn't brown.
Oh, fuck.
And now the original guy was. Something must have went wrong.
Okay. High tension moment. Okay. Oh. Okay. Normal mode. I'm doing pretty well. Virtual comp fans. I don't know what that means. Yo, Matrix reference. My back got broken over his leg, but like... I wish you can interact with this. Okay. Xiao Xiao, number 4. I don't know how the difficulty scaling was, but I'll give this a 4. Simply for graphics alone, enjoyability, I was high. I just don't think... I do like the animation. It was minimalistic, but it was a little repetitive, I feel. Especially with the same gun animation. It has replayability, and I'll probably add this to my favorites, because it got a lot of attention. I'm actually kind of surprised in comparison to the Xiao Xiao I played before, which was number 2, which was a reaction time based one, which I guess this is too, but this one got significantly more attention, and it was based off a virtual comp thing, apparently. It's a 3D shooter, and 3D games are not very common, so I have to give kudos for originality there. I don't think it's 5 stars just because it's just not anything super new, and there was no music, there was nothing like really popping out at me to make it seem like, oh, this is really amazing. Nah, it's nothing like that. It's just a nice little shooter. Wasn't any blood, which I prefer, honestly. There was no real story, or if there was, it's in Chinese or Japanese. I'm not really sure. I think it's Chinese. There's a bunch of credits. I don't think it took that long to make. Probably took a few weeks. Not worthy for this long credits. But who am I to judge? Had a bit. I guess you're a terrorist hunter? The purple guy's a terrorist or something? I don't know. Beats me. It's just like another thing in the Stick Fight series. He has a lot of animations, older ones, of Zhao Zhao. I think 3 and 1.
So how were those honey nuts?
This is best. Almost like playing Virtual
You
Flop.
like your honey nuts?
Yeah, for
They're good, right?
last review was
They're good
2000.
for your
No,
heart,
okay.
too.
Okay.
Cholesterol.
No. Gallery shooters are the best. A lot of people are giving this 5 stars, and that's because people love to jump on bandwagons. Now, I'm giving this an honest rating, but people see, ooh, high rating. I'm gonna give a high rating. Pew pew, blood pew. The Ultimate Stick Figure series. Oh, we reached the end. I mean, I'm gonna see how much different hard is. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna. Yeah, it's not that different. Credit 0. Oh wait. Is when I play on. Is it that I have a certain number of continues? Is that? Was I not paying attention? Oh. Okay, so it's not really that different. That's a clever way of doing things. It's basically just like giving you a certain number of health bars. So I technically beat it on hard mode. Makes no real difference. Okay. That's a nice thing to hear. So I don't really have to play it differently. Well, 4 stars is a fair assessment here. I don't think I can really find anything else to give on this. Not like Malapa's challenge, where I was like, alright, it technically deserves 5 stars, but I just didn't enjoy it. Because there was enough there for me to give 5 stars. But here, this is pretty much the extent of what I'm willing to give it. I've been talking, but I haven't been writing. Let's see. Anyone say anything? Oh, no one really said anything today. I mean, okay. To start off, I have to say, the animation is amazing for the time it was made. It is very possible that you are the best stick animator of the times. Early Portal. So, start off, I'd say animation is amazing. Especially since you went for a 3D style. Oh, D is lowercase. It really sticks out amazingly. It really sticks out. I'm not gonna add an adverb. So the game seems to be based off something called virtual comps. But I've never played it, so I'm basing this review off of what I played here, not referencing it. To the original. The difficulty settings were a unique way of doing things. The continue credits difficulty settings are a unique way of doing things. So continue credits were a balanced way to set it. I do wish there was a more written instruction page instead of an example video. But it all works. As for the gameplay, hold up. Instead of giving less reaction time, this is the much better alternative. As for the gameplay, it's nothing that hasn't been done before. You point and shoot. As for the gameplay, it's nothing that hasn't been done before. You point and shoot and reload. It might have been better if there was more of a penalty for running for inaccuracy. As reloading was instantaneous. Although simple, there were parts that actually got me to focus in and try to not get hit. Creating a sense of tension, which isn't common in old Flash, as things ran slowly. The variety of enemies was also a nice touch. Even with all the good, there was. I'm not even gonna make a separate paragraph for it because all the bad things are just like, oh, this, but could have been this. Like, I don't know. The fight scene at the end was cool and all. Hold on. But I wish it were more interactive. As you just watch it happen. On top of that, I couldn't derive much of a story from all this, but it might have been in another language, so I can't really be the judge of that. One of the better early shooters. Good job. It's you. Oh, it's a capital Z. Wouldn't want to mistake his grace. So is you. I think he stopped making anything. Yeah, see, he only has a few submissions. A lot of fans. A lot of fans. So I spent a lot of time on that. Oh, this is the one I was planning on getting up to. But I still feel like going a bit longer, so Love Monkey. Okay. Okay. What is this? A game for ants? And Dorothy, this game's for you.
What is it?
It's a game for ants. You get it? Because it's small. You can't see the screen. It's just a no. You don't. It's nothing. There's nothing.
No.
Okay. It's literally just the minuscule thing that it's a picture. There was a comment that says a game for ants, and it's spelled like the bug, but you know. There's basically nothing here. Just a small image that plays. I'm zoomed in maximum. Let's try the entire keyboard. Nothing happens. How did this pass judgment? The image was super. Okay. All right. I'm curious. What'd she say? Very confused. Whatever. Love monkey. Fun with action scripting. I mean, the GIF was fine. Don't get me wrong, but it was just so small. So what? I did 10. That's a fair amount for around an hour. Like I said, I do around 10 an hour. The Martin 2. Oh, I remember this one. Music sets the mood. Art's terrible. I saw the feet, but I... Do not move your Graphics are terrible. I remember playing the original Martin. Let me get a refresher real quick. I gave this one 3. I gave it 3, so it must have been pretty entertaining at the time. Very similar. It has the same music too. First try. Headphones up. There's little to no for a second. Okay, this is getting a little annoying for this part. That's 2, maybe 2.5. can't believe my friend is dead. No, it's related to... Forgive me, Galar. It should have been me. I'll get... I won't rest until we're all dead. You're going down. What was good about this one again? I gave this one 3 stars, but God, just come back. Okay, catch him at all. Oh, that's why. The sunglasses part definitely. Sure. So it's another Martin game. Same music. Same concept. And nothing was made after this. So it's a cliffhanger. Shame. The first one was better because of the jokes, while this one just was annoying with some of its setbacks. Yeah, and this came out nearly a year apart. I played this very early on. Very early on, back in 2000, October 2000, to be more precise. 3D ping pong. How am I supposed to do anything about that? Hey, I got one. It's built off my 3D Pong engine. Heavily modified. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed it was built off. I was gonna reference this, actually. But since it's yours and it's a continuation, that's just even better. I'll probably give it 3.5. This one was hard, I remember that. There we go. Jump out a window. Oh, there's difficulty settings. Oh. Hold up. I don't need to win, actually. I could have lost to see if it's 211. Hold up. Ooh, and it turns. Huh. It goes over 11. Okay. That was neat. Nice widget. Wish there were more difficulty settings. Wish there were more difficulty settings. And the other one has difficulty settings. A very nice ping pong game in 3D. It has the hold up, has the same charm as your 3D pong game. I need to choose a consistent thing to be 3D. I'm gonna stay with capitals. I'm gonna add 3D dictionary. There we go. Sorry, I just needed to. So, very nice Flash, a very nice ping pong game in 3D. Has the same charm as your 3D pong game. Ping pong. This time, it has difficulty settings, which is nice to see. Though I do wish that the game stopped at 11, like actual table tennis does. Table tennis. Do me a favor, jump out a window. Round. Hey. Years? It's only been 3. I reviewed things in a longer span of time. But yet again, he wasn't doing all the games, so I've done 12 in only 2 playbacks. Doing late night streams isn't really worth it. Oh well. Well, what can I say? We're at, I think we might actually be 1.1. No, not 1.1 yet. Close. Oh wait, I didn't add the 3D Pong. I wanted to do that. So, here we are. Here's my stats. We're getting close to 1.1k reviews. So, I'll see you guys.